Hello everybody and welcome back to 7 Days to Die with me, Lady Shelab, and as ever, the great and mighty Aavak.
Hello everyone.
You have a red hammer to match your red dragon.
Okay. I suppose I do. Actually, yes, this is quite true.
You do.
We also have a witch outside. We always have a witch outside around this time, my lord.
She's like, ooh, tasty.
I am currently cooking up. It's going to be about another minute while I cook up some iron arrowheads. I want to make another crossbow. I want to make a better crossbow than the one I've got right now. As much as I'm enjoying the bow, I think I'd enjoy the crossbow more, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah.
The bow is useful, but I think there are other uses. I think I would just generally prefer to have the crossbow as a whole. However,
I'm going to look for her, but I didn't see her yet.
That being said, we've had some pretty good advice in the comments, and one of the main ones that we're going to be doing more or less straight away is we're going to be dyeing our vehicles.
Yeah.
So that it's easier for us to tell them apart. I'll grab, well, honestly, 1,000 units of fuel will be more than enough, I should suspect. And I'll have some blue dye. Have you got any dye that you would like to use? I can get you some green dye if you'd like, opposed to the blue dye. Which I could grab my red hammer.
Yeah, green dye would be fine.
You know,
green or red or whatever.
Have we got any purple dye or anything even close to that? I don't think we do. And I don't think the dyes mix.
Purple dye.
Yeah, I don't think the dyes mix, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out my black dye for my red dye. I can't put 2 dyes in it. There
Well, I had a good look for the witch. I didn't see her anywhere.
She may have died.
Probably died on the spikes.
Yeah. Yeah, I just did that. I did. I did actually do that. Apparently, ooh, doesn't look like you can put dye in there. You can't put... Oh, you can't put red dye. Specifically, red dye can't go in. Why is that? That is very peculiar.
Only red dye?
Yeah, red dye can't go into the bike, apparently.
Makes
Green dye can, but red dye cannot. Huh.
Aavak, be part of my party.
Oh, okay. I'm going to join the party now. There you go, donk.
And I can give you my quests to share.
Also, I can give you mine. There you go. Shade. Are those arrows done? Yes, they are. Marvellous. I'm going to pop that in there to smelt. Right, so, having dyed my hammer, and drop the hammer off, don't need to take that with. Is there anything I want to colour? I'd like to colour my... Sure, I'll cover my club red. That seems to make a lot of sense. And then I just need to figure out what the requirements are for crossbow.
But can you tell me, do you already have my quest shared?
I will tell you now.
But it's not giving me the usual...
No, I do not see your quest shared. And you haven't accepted mine yet either.
Oh, I have?
Not on mine, it doesn't show.
It's gone on to my top list rather than my shared quest bottom list.
Huh. Well,
I clicked on the tick, accept quest.
Okay. I only have one quest shown. That's tier 2 clear. Is that what you've got? A tier 2 clear
I've got
quest?
tier 2 clear, and now I've got tier 2 fetch / clear, but I've got no...
Is that what's the status of that one? What's it asking you to do?
Head to business old 01, kill all the zombies and retrieve the
down in the objectives.
That's yours, is it?
Down in the objectives, what's it saying?
Oh, head to rally point, clear areas, stay within, talk to trader.
Yeah, you've got...
Wait for activate.
And which ones have a green check mark next to them?
Oh, okay, so I need to...
You have to hand that one in.
Just hand it in?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
That's one that we've both had, but I've already completed it.
Oh, okay. That makes so much sense. I'd best go to the trader then as soon as he opens and
yeah, sure.
Change the quests over then.
Okay.
Get all confused when it's like a new episode and I forget what I've done.
It's easy to get confused, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to make some more glue, it seems.
Is that my motorcycle in the chest?
Yep.
Wonderful. Just making sure I'm not stealing yours.
Did you
Oh,
want...
you managed to make it red.
What? Your motorcycle is red?
It appears to be red. Unless that's because it can't be put down inside here. That's probably
Oh,
why.
yeah. It can't be put down.
And maybe that's why you can't paint it red.
No. Oh, well, actually, maybe, but I don't know. Do you have a dye for it?
No.
Well, I've got a green dye here. Or you can have a blue dye, depending on which one you want.
I don't really care. If it's not purple, I don't care.
Okay, I'll pop the green dye back in the vehicle chest for you.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome to that. More than welcome. But I am now down a dye. I guess I could take some dyes off my axes or shovels, perhaps. Yeah, let's grab the blue dye out. Now, to address the rather big kind of elephant in the room, I suppose. Alpha 18 is out in a preview state. Quite a lot of people are already checking it out. This, however, is not going to be something that we're going to jump on just yet. And the reason for that is that whenever the new alphas come out, they are almost always very, very buggy. And that is a misery we would rather not inflict on anyone, and certainly not into a new series. So we're going to continue playing through this at least until the 7th Horde night, so that's day 49. By then, it'll be about 3 weeks down the road. Now, we might increase the upload frequency, or if there is a lot of interest in us just switching over from Alpha 17 to Alpha 18, we may jump off before the 7th Horde night. But right now, that's our plan, is to go all the way to the 7th Horde and then switch over to Alpha 18, because by that point, Alpha 18 should have had all of the bugs ironed out of the system. That is, of course, if there is interest in seeing us jump over to Alpha 18, because there may not be. Might be counting our chickens before they've hatched there. So do let us know down in the comments below if you would like to see us checking out the Alpha 18 build, and indeed when. If you want to see us continue playing through Alpha 17, get to the 7th Horde night, which was our original plan, and at that point we'll consider everything more or less complete, or as complete as it can be, with this run, and then move on. Right, I'm going to go ahead and make myself... do I have 8 intelligence? No, I've still got 7 intelligence, which means I'm not quite making the next flawless quality items. Oh, there we go. Got that quest. Accepting.
Wonderful.
Now, how far... oh, I'm really close to my level. Let me see if I can't get my level. Got some zombies outside, I believe.
Could you do me a favour and reshare your quest, if you still have one?
Sure, I can do. Give me just a second. Just
once you obviously, if zombies are in the way, then.
Yeah, sure. Resharing. There you go. No party members in range for quest sharing.
Oh man, I have to be closer to you, I guess.
Apparently, but that's interesting considering it seemed to let me take the quest off you, but sure. We also received some advice that we would probably benefit from taking off the last 2 rungs of the ladder, as the zombies might perceive this as a method of getting up. I'm not huge on that idea though, so I'm gonna just take one of them down, just so that we can see, because now we've got a test bed. If the zombies on Shelab's side try to beat through the walls in order to get to the ladder, then we know that they perceive that as an easy route up, and that the walls are not a big enough distraction.
To go.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Because ultimately,
there's a load of hazmat zombies outside, and I just went past them on my motorbike, so now they all know I'm here. Yay!
Okay, well that's fine. I'll get down there. I'm gonna just go in with my club, because I'm still waiting on my crossbow to be made, or rather, I haven't started making my crossbow yet. Out of stamina, bloody stamina. Now there are a lot of really good enhancements coming with Alpha 18. We're both actually quite excited to check them out. It is going to change a lot of things though.
Stamina is going to be a bit easier to handle.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Got my level. Hooray! Okay, grabbing the next point. Oh no, actually that's 3 points. Never mind. Never mind. That's why I haven't taken it. It's 3 points to grab the next level of that one. Could I grab pain tolerance? No, I could do.
Yeah, can you try that quest again?
Yeah, sure, I will do in just a moment.
Because I'm sure I took one off Jen. I've only got one showing up as white and all the rest are showing with a tick. So I'm like, well, I've clearly only got one outstanding.
No party members in range for quest sharing.
Can I just check what yours is? Is yours head to barn 3 and clear out the zombies? Did I maybe not take one off
House
Jen?
Old Victorian is mine. Yours is barn 3.
Oh. Yeah. Where is it?
I'm not sure. I've got 2 white quests in my quest log right now.
Oh yeah, I've got a white marker. Oh, do you know what? I'm sure it's fine.
Okay.
If it's not, it's not.
All right.
Don't care.
I'm going to go and quickly harvest the fields, but yes, I've got a quest point. I'm not going to be able to wait for the ability to create a flawless crossbow. Alas, it is quite the shame, but no, I'm just going to go ahead and make this one, and I can make a flawless one later on. There we are. It's going to take another minute and 33 seconds for us to get that together. There is a witch outside with the sounds of it.
There's always a witch outside.
Always, because we keep the fires burning all the time. Let's go and harvest this lovely, lovely field.
It sounded like she died on the spikes, though, honestly. It was
The
like,
witches are dying on the spikes quite a lot, actually.
sound.
Which is not a problem. However, one of the things that I'm oddly very happy to hear... No, she's alive. In the Alpha 18 is that infections are going to become a thing again. That is, they're going to become a dangerous thing. You can die from infections rather than basically just waiting them out, which you can do in this version. They got heavily nerfed in Alpha 17. Ooh, a second screen, nice.
Oh gosh, there's a
I would recommend
there's an irradiated feral.
jumping into the Horde base. Yeah.
I'm in my tower at the moment. Unfortunately, it does still have a little bit of wet concrete on it, but
it's okay.
That's not a problem.
Shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Yeah.
Let me know if you need my help.
Will do. Pretty under control right now, though.
Awesome. I heard some of the spikes being broken there, but is there anything I want to be careful of? No, we're good. It's okay, I've got plenty of spares that I can deploy. Through now. Just going to drop off all these foods. One hobo stew, some glue, turn off the fire. Drop off the hobo stew, we don't need that with us. Oof, they are breaking a lot of the stuff actually. Oh lord.
The devil is that irradiated gun?
Sounds reasonably close actually.
I can hear something somewhere, but I can't see it.
I'll head out and have a look in a moment.
I have to drop down and just look around.
Right, heading
It's
up.
okay, I've got a gun equipped right now.
Okay. Oh, I've still got the blueberries on me. I still haven't made us any blueberry tarts yet.
Oh, no. Tasty, tasty blueberry tarts.
I know. And it comes to something that we've got, like, yeah, there's an irradiated feral out there. It's like, oh, yeah, blueberry tarts, though.
Yum.
You know you've made it. Hello down there.
They broke one of the flagstones. How dare.
Let's get you out of the way. Plunk. Let's take you out if I can.
Oh. I had loads on me, actually.
I think I might take you out. Yep, there were just 2 over here. Looks like they were just bouncing back and forth a bit.
Ah, right. Did you ever find the irradiated one? Or they must have died on the spikes, I guess.
Yeah, probably died on the spikes. If they were just sat on the spikes, they will eventually die. Takes them a while to go down, but they're not immune to that kind of damage. The main thing is to prevent them having downtime between taking damage. And that's what the spikes would have done.
Should probably concrete this wall up at some point.
Oh, gonna need a lot, and I mean a lot of wood to build the drawbridge. That's kind of annoying.
No, okay. Is that something you'd like me to start on with the chainsaw, maybe? Just go around and chainsaw a few trees?
Yeah, could do a bit of chainsawing, actually, yeah. I'm just gonna take down the trees that are around our base, even though they're young trees.
Do you have the chainsaw?
No, I've just got my axe.
I'll go pick it up then and go and properly go and hunt for some nice trees.
That being said, we are burning questing time.
That's true.
Would
you prefer to go questing, or would you prefer
yeah,
the drawbridge?
Because we would... I mean, the drawbridge, let me just check how long it takes to make. Oh, it takes 8 minutes to make. Yeah, okay. Let's get that being made in the workbench before we leave.
Alright, I need to sort my inventory out as well. I might just dump it into the loot chest for now and sort it out at night.
Yeah, sure. Also, how thirsty am I? I feel like I'm very thirsty. No, I'm actually pretty good. Food-wise, not so great. Have a little bit of nosh then. There we go. Should probably set up the hobo stew again to cook before we leave. Remind me about that, Shelab, if you can.
I'll try to. I will try to.
There we go. It's pretty nice. We're in a position now where we can just happily make like a stack of 250 or 200 iron arrows, iron arrowheads. So there's really no reason for us to be using stone of anything at this point.
Yeah.
Though for those who are fans of sledgehammers, you'll be very happy to hear that there will now be a stone version of the sledgehammer in Alpha 18.
Although I'm more like, I prefer clubs to sledgehammers just because they've got that slightly faster action. So if you miss with a sledgehammer, all of your stamina's gone and...
That being said, they have now, as often as I've been complaining about the way that melee is basically point-blank ranged, that's still technically the case, but they are now simulating the arc of the swing. So you will strike anything that the swing will go through for less damage. But the bulk of your damage will still be on the crosshair. So if you miss your target, you may still do some damage by catching it with the swing. But even in the case where you actually hit your target, if they're surrounded by other enemies, you may do splash damage. So melee is going to be an interesting one moving forward.
Yeah.
Not to mention, they are also bringing in lots of new types of weapons. Spears amongst them, which is a melee weapon that can attack through bars. I believe it's the only melee weapon that can attack through bars.
I'll try and remember to turn this chainsaw down in post.
You can always tell when someone's using a gas tool in this, because suddenly they start talking a little bit louder. It's like, yep.
Like, yes, I can't hear you. I'm in the library.
Right. Okay, got all of the wood I need. I don't know if Shelab heard me.
You've got all the wood you need.
There we go. Yeah, you heard me.
Okay, so I can stop making noise now.
While you're on your way back, I will just do a little bit more...
Never hurts to have extra
gathering
wood,
of tools.
though. I got 608 wood from, like, 3 trees. It was great.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all.
It took me about 2 seconds to cut them down. I love the chainsaw for that, but it is very noisy.
Incoming plane. You know what? I'll go grab that one. I've got my bike.
Thanks.
Can scarcely see any color difference on it.
No, I can't either. That was...
Right.
It did nothing.
Now, I'm not
I'll
sure
go put the
if
chainsaw and the wood away.
A couple of people have been saying if I hold down R while I'm on the vehicle, I should be able to refuel it, but it doesn't appear to be the case.
It's really not the end of the world. The fuel lasts for a while.
Yeah. Right, I'll go grab the drop, and then I will head back and I'll plant 30 odd tree seed or saplings. Shouldn't take me too long to get over there now we've got bikes.
Trying to work out if there's anything that I don't need, but oh yeah, I've got the chainsaw.
This is truly glorious. Unfortunately, I am actually heading toward my quest by doing this, but oh well.
Should we go do your quest, or did you want to do the drawbridge
Nah,
first,
I'll grab
or
the.
have you already started that?
I haven't started it yet. I went off to grab the airdrop first. But when I get back,
to me going off to do things like that before you do the things you're meant to do in base.
I know. When I get back, though, I will set up the drawbridge to go. There we go. Nice and easy. Have a look at you. We got a ridiculous amount of food. Something.
I was going to say, I need some more
need.
food in my inventory.
Oh, really? Okay. Got plenty of food in the
my last
house.
meat stew.
Got plenty of food in the house, though.
I'll go and grab some.
I have to. I have to. You can't blame me for this. I have to. It's the law.
What? What are you doing?
I've got a bike with spikes on it. If you think I'm going to pass up the opportunity to ram a zombie, you're fooling yourselves.
It doesn't do as much damage as you'd hope, though.
No. I was hoping for dismemberment, maybe even completely impaling and sticking the zombie to the front of the vehicle, so I could use it as kind of a fleshy impact sump against other zombies. But no, hopes and dreams smashed.
You say there's lots of food, but there's not. Does there to be much like stew or anything? I can have those hobo stews.
Yep, you can.
There's only two
absolutely.
of them.
Oh, they're pretty good though. I'm heading back in now. But yeah, the bike doesn't actually change color, unfortunately. It's just, it's a different color in your inventory. Not that it would have made much difference at that point. Right, okay, so I'm going to drop off all of these cans of food. Though, on that note, a big change is that cans of food are really going to be the only way that you're going to be safe in Alpha 18. Specifically cans of food.
Food poisoning.
Yep. Any kind of food you make from this point forward will be potentially carry food poisoning with it. Now that's a big change, as that was one of the main reasons to cook anything, was to get rid of the food poisoning. Even like boiled water, you can now make mineral water, which will be safe, but just straight up boiled water is not going to be to make you safe from dysentery and food poisoning. Right, I'm going to grab everything I need to get together for some hobo stew. We want the fat, we want potatoes, and we want corn. We also want water. As much water as we can get. Right. Hobo stew, all of it. And I will pop in. That's going to take 67 minutes. That's going to take more time than we have. A lot more time than we have. I'm going to pull this down below an hour, so that by the time that we're done with this episode, that'll more or less be done. In fact, I'm going to pull it down a little bit because the episode's been going for a while. But this is going to be the order of the day from now on. We're just going to start cooking things, start the fire going when we start the episode, and then just expect all of the things to be cooked by the end of the episode. Hopefully.
Yay!
Okay. Right. With that, I'm going to want to set this drawbridge up.
Okay, and then we can go
1,000. I need 100 forged iron. Okay, maybe I'm not going to be able to do it then. That's a pain. I was expecting the springs to be a bit of an issue, but no, they're fine. The mechanical parts, they'll be fine as well. But the forged iron, not as easy. Should have had a
we
look
can
at
make
that
it in the
earlier.
forge, though, can't we? You can make it in the forge.
It's going to be made on the workbench.
On the workbench.
Yeah. But it's going to take a long time for us to get the forged iron, so I guess I'm going to pop the necessary items down here so that I can get all of that ready ahead of time. And I don't need to worry about accidentally spending something or not being able to find where it's at.
Yeah.
We want 30 mechanical parts. Nice and easy. And the only other thing needed then will be the forged iron. Okay, that's good enough. I think it's time for us to head out, finally, to go do our questing. I should probably plant the trees as well while I'm out there, but we'll see how that goes.
Don't worry about that too much. You can do that at night.
That's actually a very good point. I'll drop them off in the builders'
takes time.
boxes then, yeah. Okay, everything else is good. Got a couple of meat stews. Should be good. Right, going to my quest first, are we?
I guess so, yeah.
Right. I'm going to drop off all my tools that I don't necessarily need on my inventory at all times. Is that a witch? Yes, it was. Just going to quickly deal with the witch.
Okay.
Very quickly. And off we go. Right, I'll meet you at the quest location, Shelab.
Okay.
I don't half like these bikes. Super fast.
Very good.
Now, again, mines are still dangerous for obvious reasons. You know, this is a motorbike. It's not a truck. Even a truck should find the danger in mines. I mean, a tank maybe not, depending on the kind of mine, I suppose. But yeah.
Generally, like, mines do not stay on the roads. As long as you stay on the road, you're not too badly off, are you?
Yeah, pretty much. There are some occasions when you will find them spawning on there. The random world generation is apparently much improved in Alpha 18, or at least it's much changed in Alpha 18. There's a bunch of optimizations regarding occlusion, so it's not going to draw buildings you can't actually see. So performance will be slightly enhanced. I mention that because I can see buildings popping in as we drive down the road. But the random world generation, there's lots of new types of points of interest and quite a few easier points of interest as well. Ones that have limited zombie spawns in them, that sort of thing. That should make it nice. Alright. Around here somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
Right down here, apparently. Where, though? Is that a car crashed into that? It is. Okay, fair enough.
Well, it was the apocalypse, you know.
That's true. Right. I'll leave the bike there. Should I go ahead and make a quick chest as well?
Yeah. I don't know where you've gone.
You should be able to see me on the map.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you're up there. Oh yeah, you were like right in front of me. I just couldn't see you for the everything else.
Did that actually go down? I feel like I placed that, but I thought it would stick to the tree rather than, you know, be inside the tree.
What? It's in front of the tree for me. The storage chest.
No, the torch I just placed.
Oh right, it went inside the tree.
Yes, it did. So I'm gonna chop this tree down. Get my torch back.
Annoying.
Yeah, I was trying to make a beacon for you so you could easily find it. When looting a city purely for the sake of looting, that's quite often what I'll do. I can't even see the torch. Okay, the torch does not exist anymore, apparently. We've lost my torch. But apparently, what I would quite often do with looting a city is I drop a torch outside any house that I had fully looted. Because there's quite a lot of city to loot, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
Got a couple of walkers over here.
I guess particularly more important to do that when someone in the church as well. Yeah, I guess more important to do that when there's more of you on the server and you don't know who's done what.
Yeah.
When it's just a couple of you, it's not so bad.
Oh, yeah.
I'm level 61. Very nice.
Very nice indeed. Taking these scallywags out where I can. I think that's the last of them with
That's
just
all of them,
one
I
more over
think.
here.
Yeah.
I missed. You got it?
No. Haha.
There we are. She's
I
down.
missed as well.
Okay. Clear the immediate surroundings. Flipping my light on because it looks like this might be dark. Do you want to loot first and then scavenge after? Sorry, clear after? Or should we just go straight in for the objective?
Let's just clear because we've only got a few hours.
Right.
Depends on how big the point of interest is, but...
Yeah, understood. Just grab my
getting
tools.
bigger when they're
Yeah, well, let's just activate the quest, clear it out, and then just loot the whole place. And then we can come back and we can start being more loot focused. Sorry, we can stop being as loot focused as we are. Oh, pull back, Shelab.
Whoa!
I mean, you know. Punk. Think she's going to be getting back up. Or not. Right, I'm going to activate the quest now. Ready?
Okay, yeah.
So those zombies are probably back inside here. Now keep these chairs. We've received advice that the chairs are particularly useful.
I'll let you pick them up so they can stack together.
Get them out of it. The chairs are particularly useful as fuel sources. Whilst the frames themselves not quite as useful as they once were, it seems that wooden chairs burn for longer than the wood you would get out of scrapping them. So, thank you very much for the tip on that one. Let's see if we've got anything good in here. Yeah, some plastic. And nothing else there. Is there anything useful up there? There is a working... Oh no, it's a Shamway Foods box. Okay. Can I get close to that?
Oh, I didn't bring frames out. That's not like me. Where did I put those?
Potentially extremely dangerous. Let's have a look what you got in there. Just a little bit of food. Right. Something's just woken up. Not that we're being that quiet here.
Nah.
At all, actually. Okay, this is a Oh, okay. We're going to have to work our way up through the basement. There's going to be a lot of interesting stuff in here, I suspect. And since some of it has definitely woken up, let's be cautious now. I've got my light on. I'm going to keep it on. Actually, it's not that dark. He's waking up. There we go.
Oh, Taurus to your left.
Very nice kill there, Shelab. There's definitely things waking up upstairs. Alright. Well, we'll let them try and get down. One of the tips that we've learned to rely on a little bit, and that is gathering cement from the bags of cement. Concrete mix, rather.
That won't be happening anymore.
That won't be happening anymore. It'll be the ingredients. It'll actually be the... Is it cement or concrete mix? I can never remember which one. I think it's cement.
Concrete mix you get at the moment.
Yeah, and it'll be cement later on. Okay. You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was satisfying.
Got everything we want in here. We could pull apart the exercise bikes. Though, I will be honest, sometimes I think, oh yeah, the exercise bike have mechanical parts. Wait. Is that Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, or is it this? Where
Football
you get
zombie. Shoot.
Nice.
Oh, yay.
That was really well done.
There's one behind that door as well.
Oh, sorry. I'm in your way. You go ahead.
She's woken up now anyway. Just move back.
Keeping an eye behind us, making sure there's nothing following us through.
Thank you.
Not sure how many more of these we've got to kill.
Whoa! Ow!
Oh, okay. It's just a conga line. It's fine.
There's 2 of them.
It's fine.
I'm gonna get this guy
behind
that's come in the
Yeah.
other way.
The other nice thing, and this is a huge quality of life one, is that you can interrupt a reload action in Alpha 18. If you switch out the reload action mid-action, yeah, you just switch. It's fine. You won't reload, So, obviously, but I don't think anyone was expecting that to be a given. That, well, if I stop reloading, that I'll keep reloading. Because that would quite literally just be a glitch of some sort.
Zombie dog.
You got it? Okay. You alright?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
They
try.
don't actually do that much damage to me anymore because I'm quite well armored nowadays.
Yeah. Okay, this is a mirror. I thought it was a TV. Never mind. Some disappointment there, I'll be honest. May as well get the rotten flesh and meat. Anything back here?
There was just a backpack and it had some blue pants in it.
Okay. Watch up in there, because I did not check that properly. I did not check that nearly as thoroughly as I should have. For the potential loot hidden in corners. Got a feral over here.
Oh gosh.
It's getting back up.
I'm coming in with melee.
Well done. Okay, going for the old 1-2. Watch out, tourists to the side of you.
Yeah.
There you go. He's coming down. He is not down though. He's right beside you. Draw back. Draw back. It's okay. It's okay. I'm low on stamina. Switching back to my crossbow. He's down. Double checking behind us. We're clear behind us. We've still got an escape route. Got it. Well done. Switching back to melee.
Ends up being like gut shots all the time because they're so fat.
Yeah, they've got so much gut.
Bleeding out.
That's okay.
I'm just going to bandage. I'm just going to go back and bandage.
You take your time.
Thank you.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm back.
Okay,
back in the game.
Pulling out my crossbow again. I'm not being stealthy here. And that is...
There's no point, they're all awake. So all it does is reduce your motion.
Yeah. It is probably making things just a wee bit harder for us, but on the whole. There's a couple of items here. There's a lot of broken cupboards, but there will be things hidden behind. Nothing in there. And in here, some iron arrows. Okay. Any misplaced tiles around that you can spot?
No, I'm seeing right now. I don't know about this panel here under the window. That's probably just boarding the window up, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just bordering the window up. That's fine. Okay, moving on.
The paintings here.
Yeah, go ahead and smash those. They look suspect.
Helmet light schematic.
That one is definitely suspect because it goes into a T-junction. There we go.
Nice. Chemistry set.
And nothing there, but that's fine. Schematics are going to be pretty good. They are returning books to the game. There's going to be a lot of schematics and books in Alpha 18, whereas they were more or less lost to the attribute system in Alpha 17. And I can understand why that happened. Oh, there we are. Wow. That was glorious. Well done. Very well done.
Oh, it's fun when that happens.
The old mechanic of hunting around for schematics was lost. And there was a good reason for it. They wanted to change the game from being so RNG reliant. In that, if you wanted to build this crossbow, well, you had to find one first. You had to find a schematic. And if you didn't find a schematic for the entire game, well, then you'd never be able to build a crossbow. And they wanted to take that away. But what they're doing now is they're returning that a little bit. There will be ways to find the schematics for all sorts of things. There will be certain things you can only build if you find schematics. But they will tend to be the top tier items, like a compound crossbow, rather than the crossbow itself. But there will be schematics for every single item in the game that you can make. So if you wanted to forego pumping loads of points into intelligence, then you could. And that was brought in largely because by making things so reliant on the attributes, they inadvertently made certain playstyles the only viable playstyle. You had to have intelligence. You had to have strength. Without these things, you would never really be able to do half the stuff you'd want. Oh, sorry, I'm crossing the line of fire. There's loads of stuff you wouldn't be able to achieve in the game. He's down, yeah. Go ahead.
Nice.
Why am I... Stop. What? Stop. Crouching, you silly boy. There we go. Watch out, there are mines through here.
Oh yeah, I know, by the...
By you. Oh, hold back. Go right back. Switching to melee. Never mind.
That was a good one.
That was a good one, actually. Got some guns, some bits and bobs. Another thing that's going to be included is making items will rely on the components for those items. So you want to make a gun, like a shotgun, you're going to need shotgun gun parts. And that's the way that that's going to work. Without those parts, you're not going to be able to do it. Anything made of stone or wood, you're just going to be able to make out of stone or wood. But when it comes to items, that is a cooking pot. Those are landmines.
How much do you want to bet that there's an irradiated feral in the attic?
Irradiated, not certain. But feral, almost certain.
Shall I go up there and see?
Shocked if there wasn't. Sure, if you want to go first. I recommend your gun, though. Load up. Turn on my helmet light.
Nothing in the first bit.
Okay. Gives us a moment then. Watching over your shoulder.
Ah! Radiated feral, told you!
Yep, no, you're right.
I knew it!
Spider as well.
And a spider.
Well, he's down. They're all gone. Talk to trader. This area is now clear. There we go.
That attic just looked so suspicious, didn't it?
It was massively suspect.
Horrible
Yeah.
Stuff in here.
I wasn't certain about it being radiated.
There's another room, by the way.
I really well. We know that there are no enemies here.
Oh yeah, it's clear. So this is just the loot room. This is the funky loot room that's always in the attics that are like really tasty.
Yep.
Tasty, tasty loot room.
I'm starting to have quite a lot of random gubbins in my inventory now. But, yeah, so you'll need to scrap shotguns to be able to make your own shotguns. But, now there's a big but. I'm not sure how this is going to play out. I'm going to need to test this to see. I'm kind of cautiously optimistic about it. But, loot
upgrade
is now going to be... it's going to have randomized stats. So, no shotgun, all shotguns are not born equal from now on. A quality level 1 shotgun is not going to be the same as every quality level 1 shotgun. Some of them will just inherently be better. Mil-spec supplies, got some random bits.
Loads of cool stuff in here.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is a tier 2 area. As much as we didn't, completely empty this place first this time, there is quite a lot here for us if we wanted to.
I got a new AK. I got a level 4 one now.
Nice. But yeah, so all loot has different stats. So you're going to want to compare everything. Quality levels are now going to go back to affecting damage and armor. Right now, a quality 6 pistol is no different from a quality 1, except that it can hold more mods, which means that potentially it can be more dangerous. But that was not the case in previous alphas. That's something very new to Alpha 17. Previously, when you had a weapon or a piece of armor, its functional stats were different based on the... Oh, I am encumbered. But based on the quality level. So a quality 6 pistol was inherently more damaging than a quality 1 pistol. That's going to be coming back in. As a result, some of the mods are going to have less of an impact on quality, as they do right now. But additional to that is the randomized stats. So you are going to need to stop and compare each piece of loot that you find to make sure that they're better. They are generally going to follow kind of quality guides. So generally a quality 6 pistol is going to be better than a quality 2, but that isn't going to be guaranteed.
I don't need to actually, I don't have a full inventory, do you?
I do.
Okay. You put all your gubbins in there
Very
then
much.
first.
I'm practically crawling on the floor. So yeah, I'll drop off all my gubbins. Oh, as soon as I can. Probably best that we start sneaking because it's almost 10 o'clock.
There you go.
Right. Dropping everything that I don't need. Dropping all of the things I don't need. Got a cripplum schematic, which is quite a nice little find, that one.
Ooh.
That allows you to make modded ammo. You put the mod into your weapon, and then from that point on, all ammo it fires has that quality to it. There we go. And that's me done. You're up.
Oh, wonderful.
I'll start loading my tools back into my bike. Remember, our bikes can hold an enormous... you know what? I built that chest. We didn't need it. We've got bikes that can hold, frankly, stupendous amounts of
almost as much, yeah.
Stuff. In fact, to the point that I'm going to drop off most of the things that I want to keep. Keep a few things on me, just in case. But the stones can probably just be compressed. Don't need the torches. I've got a lamp now.
I forget that it's like not like the bicycle that only has a few slots. It's like huge amounts of room.
I know, right? So yeah, we can just load these into there. There's no reason to carry them around. Yeah, no, sure. All right, I'm ready to go.
Me too.
Okay, heading back out then. Is that a vulture following us? Yeah, there's 2 vultures following us. They've given up.
I was going to say, we're too fast for them now, aren't we?
Yeah. It'd be very unlikely they'd be able to keep pace with us. They are following, but they're not going to catch us. But yeah, so checking all your loot. Now, the reason why I say this is a mixed bag, but I'm cautiously optimistic, is that in previous alphas, it was always annoying when you'd come at the end of the Horde night and the entire next day was spent cleaning up loot. That was because there was so much loot to gather. Now, whilst there's still going to be less loot to gather in any particular instance, you still find quite a lot. Ooh, that's a white. Oh, that's a bear. My lord. So many nasties out here.
Just keep rolling, because it's gone 10 o'clock now.
Yeah, I know, right? But there are lots of... there's lots of stuff you're going to gather when you're looting. Looting specifically. If you're having to stop and be very cautious about checking every single thing you loot to make sure it's not a better version than something else you've already got, that's going to reintroduce a lot of time back into the kind of the loot cycle, the game loop for looting. That part I'm not as certain about.
Yeah.
It may be okay. It might not be. Again, I think we're just going to have to wait and see on that one. Something that I am fairly happy about, I'll be honest, and I realize this is going to be a contentious topic, so, I'm not casting shade on anyone else's opinion who's different from mine. But I'm very happy to note that when you make an item yourself, you will always make static middle-of-the-road items. You're never going to make the best. You're going to make good. It'll be good. Whatever you make will be middle stats of appropriate quality levels. So if you're making, quality 6 item, it will have decent stats for a quality 6 item. Where I know some people are going to be a little bit annoyed is that it means that there's never going to be a time when you can stop looting, because loot will still give you the best items, and it'll always give you the best items under this particular.
But I don't think the devs want to reward people for just sitting in their base and just being the sort of builder gatherer.
Well,
never ever go near a zombie sort of thing.
That being said, one of the other big changes is they are looking to address the concerns that people had about the game loop being very kill focused. Previously, there were lots of different ways that you could play the game, and there was no particular winning combination, I guess you could say. Perhaps, in fact, they were. Everyone seemed to want to be the best miner because mining gave you, frankly, ludicrous criminal levels of
yeah,
experience.
and that needed to be addressed. That was unbalanced.
But they seem to have gone a little bit too far in the opposite direction now.
Yeah.
The only viable gameplay style is the loot killer. So loot/killer. Whereas they've gone to some effort to try and play the game. They've kind of identified three main, or well, kind of four archetypes. You've got the loot/killer, the builder/quester, the builder/gatherer, and or the miner. And they are looking to try and reintroduce that so that these play styles are all, for the most part, viable. They're probably never all going to be equal, but for the most part, they're all going to be viable styles of playing the game. So you're not going to only be able to hunt. And in fact, you might find a return to more automated horde bases as a result. Because right now, the horde base is your number one source of experience in the game. Killing zombies is by far more effective at gaining experience than any other method, and the Horde Knight is a guaranteed conga line of zombies waiting to be killed. When you're not as tied to killing zombies as your main source of experience, then you might be like, it doesn't really matter. I'd be more interested in creating some sort of automated death trap dungeon for my zombies and foregoing the experience there because I know I'm going to get it in other ways. So it will open up a couple of different playstyles there. But back to my original point, I am happy to note that when you make a weapon, you'll always get the same stats when you make it at the same quality level, and it'll always be kind of middle of the road for that quality level. You will still have a reason to go looting because you may find a weapon that is just better than anything you will ever be able to make yourself. And to a certain degree, I kind of like that. You know, it's kind of the idea that, well, the old world had the manufactorums, which could build these ancient technological wonders. Me, I'm just bashing iron with my fists until it roughly resembles an AK-47. You know, it's like, yeah, you know, I kind of see where they're coming from with that. You know, what you're building is probably never going to match up to the fine mechanical military precision of a factory. So, yeah, you're going to get better stats. It'll be interesting to see, because I wonder if the only stat that changes is overall damage, it's going to be a bit less engaging, I think, than if the only stat that mattered was... Let's pop this in there. How long will that give me? Give me a little bit of time. If the only stat... if all stats were randomized, and they were randomized individually. Like, if the gun is randomized as a block, so all stats are kind of in the same point along the kind of range. So it's randomized to 10% of a normal gun. So all the stats are 10% of that gun. That'll be that'll be the less interesting of the potentials. But if every stat is randomized individually, then you might get a gun which to someone is junk, but to you is amazing because it supports specifically your playstyle.
Yeah.
I would like that a lot. If all of the stats, not just as a block, were randomized. But you could get a very high damage weapon with a very slow fire speed. Things like that. So on and so forth.
I need to concrete up my tower, just in case anyone wonders what I'm up to.
Yes, that is a very good point. I should probably make a new claw hammer as well. Maybe. We could go ahead and repair a bunch of these things for selling later. We've now got a level 5 compound bow, which means the level 4 can be sold. So let's repair that.
You just keep the highest tier one, do you, and then sell the rest?
Pretty much, yep. I'm going to modify you. Take out your ammo, complete it, repair it. There we are. Any other items in here that I want to sell? We can just sell this crossbow, I suppose, but... the AK in there is the only AK we've got, is that right?
No, we've got 2 now. We've got a level 4 one that I've got on my inventory and then my hotbar. And then that level 2 one is a spare.
Okay. And we've got 2 marksman's rifles. No. I'll keep it. I'll keep it just in case I ever want it. I think that'll be fine for now. I'm going to move these repaired weapons over to the loot chest. We should have some random gubbins to move in. Oh, wow. Got a lot of random gubbins. My goodness. So much stuff to move around. I'm going to quickly sort out all of our building materials. We've got a load of mollies. Let's drop those off.
Oh man, I ran out of concrete already. Yep.
Do you want me to see if we can put more on?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, in fact, if there's any more there. There's only 8 concrete mix there. Okay. So we're going to need concrete mix, so we're going to want cement. Okay. If we have cement, then I can go ahead and pop a load on. Quick look.
Which?
We've got a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. I definitely think we need to be using the forge a bit more actively. Forged iron. Can I make much more now? Yes, let's go ahead and get all that. We really want that drawbridge. Like, super bad.
Yes, we do.
Go ahead and pop this cement in. I'll have another 169 available shortly.
There's a lot of the wall that could be upgraded to cobble as well still. There's still lots of it on the inside.
Don't upgrade much of the stuff at the front. That is pointing back out to the road. Because we may well want to dig down part of that for the drawbridge.
For the drawbridge. Okay, that's fine. So upgrading that to concrete would be a silly move.
Right now, yeah.
Let's see how much cobble we've got hanging around.
For those who were rolling their eyes at steel ammo, that is being taken out. So you need not roll your eyes any longer.
Why are people rolling their eyes at it?
Because steel ammunition will really damage the barrel of a gun. So it's not a very sensible thing to use. It's kind of like the idea of gold armor and gold weapons in most games. It's like, gold is not a good material to make weapons and armor out of. It has many, many good properties. But, you know, armor is not one of them. Very blingy, but, you know, if you're actually wanting to stop from dying versus looking good, then, yeah, you might want to consider something else. Got plenty of flagstone, plenty of stairs. Got the more lead batteries, which is good. We'll be able to make 4x4s. 2x4s is something very different. With relative ease once the time comes to do it.
I'm going to be looking forward to that, like driving around in a little car with you.
Yeah, because that one actually has a passenger seat.
I know, it'd be cool.
I need to get up to tier 3 so I can make the rad remover schematic.
More inventory space than 2 motorbikes though, because otherwise then there won't be much point in that, you know, if it doesn't have more than double the inventory space.
Yeah.
Well, unless you make 2 cars, obviously, and then that's way more inventory space.
Do I spend that point to get the tier 2 schematic or not? I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind getting the schematic. Let's have a quick look at you. Would make 20% chance to cripple a leg on a bipedal target.
Ooh.
How often do you shoot at legs? Though we're almost always going for headshots.
Trying to go for heads, yeah.
So I'm not certain on that one. Barrel extender. Have a look at you. Increases damage range and aimed accuracy, but makes the weapon more unwieldy when fired from the hip. It's a possibility, especially for some of the rifles and the likes. I can already make one of these. I just need some forge. A lot of forge. Oh my lord. And a headlight. Maybe. Once we get a really high level helmet, I might switch out to that. Like some sort of very high level military helmet might make it worth my while taking that over my current mining helmet. But for the time being, I don't think so. Right, I've got all of the forged iron I need. Perfect. Nice. To make cement, I just need fresh stones, and I can make a lot of cement. Right, I've got all of the stones being made into cement now. And it looks like I should be able to get the drawbridge.
You're reinforcing this wall at the moment.
There we go. In 8 minutes.
How much you put the drawbridge in once it's done?
Well,
yeah, that'll be next episode though, won't it?
Yeah, it's going to be crafted in 8 minutes. I don't know how long it's, how big it is or anything like that, so I can't begin laying the dimensions. But I'm gonna guess something like 4 or 5 blocks wide, since that would make the most sense for vehicles. And what I'm thinking of doing is just taking down the top 2 levels of the wall wherever we're gonna have it installed, and sinking it in so that it will be flush, and then having a ramp that comes down into this area. Have some sort of equipment bay down here where we can very quickly move inventory from a vehicle down into a box below. Something along those lines.
So, sorry, where were you considering having it come in?
Over on this side. So coming in from this wall in.
Okay, cool.
Now, how we unload, I don't know. We might actually have the vehicles up on a platform that you can walk underneath with access to look down into a box below you, and you just grab stuff out of the inventory above, drop it into the inventory below, grab stuff from the inventory above, drop into the inventory below, and then go down into the base and do the same. That would allow us to move very large quantities of items without having to worry about being encumbered while we're doing it.
Yeah.
Which would probably be quite nice. But I did promise something that I actually really do care about, and that is replanting the trees. Let's get those trees replanted.
Oh, yes.
Drop off this shovel first. There we go.
Because I never pick up pine cones and don't replant the trees.
Never.
La, 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 la.
Never. If anyone told me that is something that a Shelab did, I would scoff at them. Call them a liar, I would. Because I know better. That's let's pop out here, get all of this down. It is raining a little bit, but that isn't too much of a bother for me. We'll have a couple of trees. You can absolutely plant trees from a different biome. It will end up looking a bit weird, but at the same time, you can actually make it look a little bit interesting. You know, having a mixed collection of trees around the place. But I'm just going to place all the trees down on this side of the road. We'll have a nice big, thick, dark forest over here, in which plenty of spiders and zombies can lurk. Maybe eventually some animals will spawn. I don't believe that actually affects
Everyone's like, you need to clear all the trees from around your base for like 1,000,000 miles. And then Aavak's like, let's plant a little forest. It'll be like Hogwarts. Spiders will live in there.
Yes, it'll be lovely. One of my fondest memories of Minecraft was when some scallywag came along. I had a nice big gigantic tree, and someone came along and mined all of the wood out the bottom. They didn't even clear all the branches. I was most vexed. But I turned that defeat into a victory. I went up into that gigantic, humongous wood, and I gathered all of the saplings from it, very painstakingly, I might add. It took me forever, because it was a gigantic tree. And then I planted a forest out of all those saplings, and I called it One Tree Wood, because it all came from one tree. It was marvelous. And then I, proceeded to threaten that if anyone did touch my One Tree Wood, I would literally exchange
signs up everywhere.
their entire house for dynamite.
There was signs up everywhere like, One Tree Wood, do not touch.
Either that, or I would bury their house under a hill, so the next time they logged in, their house was in pitch black darkness and full of creepers. Chop down my forest once. Shame on you. Chop down my forest twice. Shame on me.
But I'm still going to take it out on you.
Yes, pretty much. Well, it's shame on me because I didn't make the threat convincing enough that they took it seriously.
Nah.
There we go. Let's get everything in place. This would be lovely when it's done. Wood for days. Or hours, considering the way that Shelab uses the chainsaw. Looks like the sun is coming up on the horizon. There we go. Forest planted. Just in time. Oh, wow. That changed quickly. Well, look. Okay.
It is light. Rah!
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we managed to complete a quest. We've got another quest to do. Shelab, if you want, we could go and do your quest and then head to the trader.
Yep.
Like, we could do your quest more or less right now. I do need to grab my my vehicle, but other than that, I think that would be
How's
decent.
my inventory looking?
Decent use
I've
of our
got a little
time.
cobblestone and stuff in it that I shouldn't do, but other than that, I'm pretty good. And the bike's got a huge inventory, so yeah, I'm good to go.
Okay, well, you know what? You can use the time in between recordings to just quickly go and drop off your inventory, and that way we can leave with a clear inventory.
I got loads of that wall done that night. That was really good.
You did, yeah.
Loads of it upgraded to, you know, the brick-looking cobblestone.
Mm-hmm. But that is going to be it for us. Really do hope you all enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next episode. But until then, and as always, take care, everyone.
And keep being awesome.